So Brandon, we've got us a mess out here, to be honest with you. Probably some of the messiest I've seen. But I guess that's what happens whenever you start building a Renegade, right?
Yeah.
So
a lot of work right now.
So this is Brandon's. How many rounds were it? 4 or 5 rounds, maybe less.
I'd say probably 4 rounds.
So yeah, so we're probably going to do 4 rounds on this quad here of GNCC Racing. This is our national build for 2023. This is one of the bikes that we got about 1.5 years ago. Not put a lot of hours on it. He's rented at Mid-East races a few times. Santo and James Reeves up at the Reese Racing, they have had the quad for quite some time, and they've massaged and worked on a little bit for Brandon for Mid-East Racing, and Brandon has done very well on it at the Mid-East races. And this is the quad that we figured we'd be saving for GNCC, but it already has the Checo stuff on there for us. We did Brandon installed the arms this morning. So where are we at, Brandon? You pulled the front diff out of it, checked all those nuts and bolts, and retorqued all that.
All new J parts.
Well, that's the other. Yeah, the other thing, we put all the new J parts on there. So Brandon put the pit
ends, tie rods.
Tie rod ends, okay, from J parts, okay, tie rods, and then the pitman arm, the bushings, and then the stem, okay, and then the bushing up there. So you did all that too.
Yep. Pretty much the whole front end's been out of the Fuller today. So
yeah, so you just went through everything just to try to make sure. New axles.
Yep.
We run Can-Am Renegade OEM axles. We did get the new clutch from our buddy over at Robert at B&R.
Yep.
That's a Maverick hybrid, something another way, whatever he does with it.
What it is, but yeah.
So
it works.
Yeah, we really don't care, but anyway, this is it. I know you see some dirt here, but listen, we're not professionals. We work on stuff, okay? And we did clean this bike before it come in here, but that traps a lot of sand and dirt there.
We'll get it cleaned up before round 1, obviously.
Yeah, so we're just trying to get it built so you can get a little bit of time on it, just to make sure, just shake it down a little bit. So you excited so far? What you see?
Yeah, I mean, the bike's turning out good. I mean, I just got the front end really all done. The clutching just got all done. Changing over shocks right now. I've been running the same shocks I'm going to be running last year, or last 4 rounds of GCC last year. So
yeah,
should be good there. The other bike's been handling good, so I think when I put these shocks on, it's going to handle equally.
Yeah. So what you did is you pulled these shocks off of the
last year's race bike,
the last year's race quad, and you feel like you've got it pretty darn close.
Yeah.
So we're going to attempt to put these on there and see where we're at, but we do have a new quad coming though, Brandon.
Yep.
Thanks to a very good special couple friends of ours. What we did, we have got a new quad coming. Although it's not here yet, obviously you guys don't see it, but hopefully have it by about the 4th round, right, Brandon?
Hopefully round 4, yeah.
We're hoping around 4 or 5, something like that. But
yeah.
But listen, what's this bike got on? 30 hours? 30
maybe, yeah.
30 hours, something like that. And this is what we call our neon yellow bike. We did not build this bike originally, but it has been all taken down and frame gusseted and that kind of stuff. And it's a pretty cool looking bike when it's all put together. These are the plastics. Obviously, he's got 725 Designs Todd putting together some graphics for us. This is all some of the remaining parts here. So yeah, we've got a mess here. My race car motor, it's all done, ready to go back in the car. Got to get that done. The darn transmission, it's ready to go. It's sitting over there on the table. Got the STM clutches that we're going to be putting on this thing. So projects is all over the place here. And this is the quad that Brandon raced at the if you guys watched the video just before this one, this is the FTR quad that he raced FTR with and finished 2nd overall behind J-Shad and last year's race bike. So anyway, all right, I'm going to try to get a little bit of videotaping of some of this. Oh, I was going to show you this. So we did get a new project here, or a new product here. This is also from J Parts, okay? I don't know a lot about this thing yet, so I don't want to give you guys a lot of history on it or whatever yet, but we are going to be trying this. This is a craft built, obviously you see the craftsmanship in this thing. And this is the master cylinder that Brandon, we're going to be giving that a shot. So don't know a lot about it yet. Going to be putting it on, and I'll explain all that stuff to you guys later. But all right, Brandon's waiting on me to get going, so we gotta get going here. I'm getting ready to change out these sway bar bushings here. So that's the bushing there. There's just a little bit of play up and down in there, a little bit of slack up in there. I've already did the other side over there, and I didn't videotape that. So, but anyway, these things are aggravating or the heck to get to, but they're pretty easy to change, to be honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and start out with a fresh set of these are OEMs, okay, from Can-Am. So we're going to go ahead and start out with a fresh set of those. Just a little bit of movement. So Brandon and I is like, you know what, we got them. Let's swap them out. All right, so I got this side on there. You can see I put it in there. This is a little bit more aggravating because you got the gas tank right against the bolts in the back there, but I did get it there. So both sides are done. These are the old ones here, and what it is, it looks like they just get hard, like the seals get hard on the side there, and it allows dirt to get in there, and it just starts eating them up. Of course, this quad's been washed and been sitting a while, and you can see some of the surface rust there, but anyway, everything else looked fine. So these are old here. I'm going to throw these in the garbage. And but anyway, they weren't that bad, and you know, we just wanted to make sure we start out with some fresh ones, you know what I'm saying, so we don't have no problem. So Brandon is looks like he's got the CVT cover on there, working on that. And other than that, what else we got left, Brandon? You got the shocks on the front and the back, they're all done. We got to mount horns on this thing, and what else? Oh, the 24 volt system, however you want to do that. Yeah. So, and other than that, close, yeah, should be ready to ride out. So, got that diff oil in the front end. Yep. We got a list of stuff that we just got to walk through. But anyway, most of the hard part's done. All right, Brandon, I know it's going to be a short video here, but we got to wrap things up. And of course, we got air conditioning in the shop now, so it's getting dark and getting time to put everything up. But a couple things. So Brandon got the belt on there, got all that on there. We got to mount the horns, the wiring and all that stuff. Got to mount the 24 volt system. I want to show you a couple things. So this is a new piece from Can-Am here that we're going to be doing some testing with. So typically what happens is we don't run this sock here because typically dirt gets up on this filter wear here and sits there, and it clogs the CVT air up. So, but they've come out with this new, what would you call that, Brandon? Just a support?
Like a 3D printed, like,
yeah, and it's actually, if you can look at it, it's cone shaped. So it's got a little bump on it, like a little heel here, so dirt will go off the side of it. So, yeah, there's another one there. So essentially all it is just raise up the center of it, so hopefully dirt will come off the side. So we're going to be testing that out in some sand. We did get the J Parts sent this to me, and I don't know a lot of information on it yet, but I will tell you that Brandon, you can barely pull it, and it's really stiff. So, and it's fully adjustable and all that. So we've not ran that yet, but we're going to test that. So Brandon's going to be testing this just to see. So I will give you guys more information on that and how he likes it and that kind of stuff after he runs it. But Brandon, I know it looks like a mess, but we're getting there, right? So
yeah, it's got a lot of new pieces on it today. So I mean, a lot better than what it looked last night. So
yeah, and essentially the reason why we're doing this one is obviously because our new one's not done yet, and so we just wanted to freshen this one up the best we can to our knowledge with axles and diffs and that kind of stuff, okay, and clutches and all that, just to make sure and cover ourselves. He would probably be okay running this thing the rest of the season, but we'd really like to run a new one and get a quad built to Brandon, you know what I mean? So anyway, so got quite a bit we got to do. We're going to pick up all these tools and try to organize you know, some of this mess here and get all this stuff picked up. This is our J Parts box. Thank those guys for that. And this is another stem here for the new bike. Some diff braces there, pitman arms, you know, that kind of stuff here. Some new tie rods. This is all from J Parts, okay? And I've got a video. If you guys haven't seen that video on that, on the J Parts stuff, you guys need to go back and watch that. That's some quality stuff, okay? And those guys support our racing and support you guys too. So they're all about trying to make products better, and we appreciate that, because the kind of XC racing that we do, the racing that we do, is really, really hard on stuff. So Brandon is opening also one of our other sponsors that just came aboard this year, Checo Racing. So Rick Checo over at Checo Racing, obviously, and Alva also did a video on his stuff, but you can see that the quality of the items are really good. And that, I think, Brandon, is Yamaha YFZ?
YFZ front bumper.
So that's going to be going on Brandon's Yamaha YFZ 450 whenever he goes and runs FTR and testing and riding and all that kind of stuff. Look at that, Brandon.
Sweet.
That thing's nice. Look at that.
Yep.
So put your number plate up there.
Sweet.
Thing's awesome, isn't it? It's just amazing at the quality that is. You know what I'm saying? So we do still have to put the Checo rear intrusion bar on here. I think that's coming Monday. I think it is. So that's not on there yet, but there's one on the 850 and he's got one on the 1000 there. So
we got some fender supports and all that kind of stuff.
And we got fender supports too. I did see where fender supports were here today also, but I don't know if they're, I guess they're YFZ stuff or they Can-Am. I don't know.
I think they're YFC.
YFC fender supports. Okay,
the rear
so
bumper.
yeah, and then the rear bumper. So okay. Brandon, we got to do GBC tires and tire spines too. So yeah, Brandon's not saying that because those things are aggravating, and aggravating meaning that was almost like wrestling a greased pig. Okay. And we'll get some video of that. So all right, so we're going to close out the video, dude. I want to try to make the videos a little bit shorter and just give you guys some highlights. Not a lot of wrenching, but anyway, you can sort of get the logistics of what we got. So hey, it's Friday, so we're coming in at the last minute on this thing, but we'll get it all good. We're going to try to go do some grading tomorrow, some track prep tomorrow. The kids have been riding on it. It's got it beat out pretty good. So I'm going to go out to the property tomorrow and do some track prep. And then maybe Sunday I'll start back on this thing and we'll get some more of this stuff done. And then maybe Brandon will test it probably Monday, Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday the latest. And then, Wednesday night prep. And then Thursday we're out of here. So we're heading up to the first race. So anyway, that's where we're. All right, wrap it up. Appreciate all the sponsors and thank you guys for these wonderful products, and until next time, guys, we'll see y'all. Thank you.